YouTubians. It's Mr. White Gloves here. Wow. Have we had a crazy last week? You've probably heard down here in Texas, we got hit with some cold that we haven't seen in 40 years. Wow. I mean, it was ridiculously cold here. I mean, we don't get this cold here in Texas. I mean, that with minus 12 degrees for sustained, I think it was 22 hours, and then it kind of warmed up to minus 9. I'm talking, is it 4 days? 4 days of glitches and freezing weather, and we had a little bit of snow, but the snow wasn't the big problem. It was the cold. Oh my goodness. You people up north, I don't know how y'all do it. I mean, it just does not get that cold here in Texas. I mean, we do hit for a day, maybe 2 days or something like that. Then it fizzles out. We had 4 or 5 days of that. And yeah, we had some damage here at the Mr. White Gloves house. We had to fix some water lines and everything. When the temperature started coming back up, some of the water lines started cracking and stuff, and I had to get out there and dig up and redo some water lines, but no damage in the house. It was all under and outside the house. We had my plumbing even froze up for a day until I figured out what it was, and I took some boiling water and I ran it down the drains, and about 3 times, and it got all that out of there, and it got it moving again, and I didn't have no problem after that. But my goodness, it was bad. It was bad. Like I said, we just do not get that cold weather like that here. Not at all. Not at all. And I hope it never happens again. I hope it's 40 years. But, while we were replacing pipes, I did some bunch of insulating. So 40 years from now, if I'm around, it's not going to freeze again. Yeah. I did some stuff. Well, I tell you what, welcome to the show. I sure appreciate it. A little late. Had some stuff come up on a phone call that, it never fails. It never fails. It just never fails. When you start to do a live video, the phone rings and somebody wants to talk. It's either one of them daggum callers out there that wants you to buy insurance for your vehicle, or somebody that says from Apple that wants you to say that you got problems with the computer. I don't even own an Apple computer. I don't own, and they say, oh, we got information. Oh, yeah. You ain't got no information because I don't own an Apple product. I don't have nothing Apple other than in my kitchen. I may have a couple apples in a bowl in there. I don't remember. But when he called, I didn't. So, but y'all need to stick around because you know what? We are adding to the show. That's right. We are adding. We got in the show, we're going to have Spinner Rack Rants. Spinner Rack Rants. That's when I sit there and talk to you about questions and what I just don't like about Marvel Comics. I know you're saying, it just ain't so. It just ain't so. How can Mr. White Gloves not like something about Marvel Comics? Yeah, there's some stuff I don't like about Marvel Comics and some questions and stuff that we'll talk in the chat and everything about. So let's go to the chat. Let's see what we got. We got ahoy, mates. We got Captain Comics. Hello there, Captain Comics. How's you and Smiley doing? I appreciate you showing up. We got Midnight Rider. It's just me here. Well, it's just me here also. I'm by myself. I hope I am, if somebody snuck in and everything. So right now, and I was at 15 for 4 days. Yeah. You're up in South Dakota though, Captain. I mean, that's normal for y'all. That you're up there in the mountains. I know where you're at. I've been up there when it's been not 15, minus 15, but I've been up there when it's cold and everything. I've ventured up to South Dakota quite a few times. And Midnight Rider, salt down the drain, unfroze my lines. Yeah, I didn't have no salt, but I was able to get the hot water down there and pretty much just keep running it, and it flowed out. And I went out and checked the clean outs, and everything was doing good. Took me a little bit. And I'm calling you. It's not me. Are you the one calling me? You need to quit calling me right before showtime. Tell you what, I took the phones out of the room. They're just going to ring now. I hope there's no emergency. You know what? Somebody will knock at the dadgum door next. Well, they're going to be knocking a while because I ain't going to answer it. I'm with you guys. We're right here. We are right here. But like I said, stick around. We got Spinner Rack Rants. We got POW Poster of the Week. Yep, sure do. Poster of the Week. We got Poster of the Week coming up. And you know me, when I go to the let me tell you about the comic shop. Last Wednesday, the books never came in. The new books never came in. The reason I didn't do a show last week was because of the cold weather and the stuff I was having to deal with Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and some of Sunday. But the books didn't come in last Wednesday. This Wednesday, the books didn't come in. They came in today. But, I don't base my show off just new books. I go to the comic shop and I pick up those older books. Yeah, you're just not, Mystery Thursday here is Mr. Comic Thursday here is I'm a little different because I pick up some back issues and stuff, and you get to see some older books because everybody's showing the new books. I'll flash them up and show the new books. But I pick up the older books that I just kind of rummage around in the boxes and I bring those back home. So, but yeah, we got an action-packed, and this may be a full hour show, man. So, hey, y'all need to go out there and tell your friends and get them drug in here because, my goodness, we just got so much to cover and all the time in the world to cover it because I'm not going to get in no hurry whatsoever. No hurry. But do y'all want to see some books? Let's see what the chat says. Captain Comics, he's laughing so hard he's crying. Oh, Lord, don't cry. Midnight Rider, nope, wasn't me. He thought about it. Well, quit thinking about that. Don't be thinking about that. That used to happen to me a lot when I was editing or shooting videos and I edited them and put them up. There's a number of times the phone would ring. I'd have to start over again. Usually when I did shot the videos I edit, I took them in one take. And if I messed up, I went, oh, well, then edit it all up and put up because I'm a more live person than I am editing stuff. That editing's a lot of work. I'll do the odds and end editing, but no. William Smallwood, thank you for joining us, bud. Thumbs up. We got an action-packed show, so think we ought to get into it? Think we ought to just start showing off some books? Well, heck yeah. They're probably going to leave if I don't show them my books, huh? So we're going to start out right here. I picked this puppy up. Love this book. It's going to Marvel 2-in-1 number 8, March 1975. Yeah, it's got a Gil Kane did the cover on this. Gil Kane. The inside was Sal Buscema. And it's got an appearance of the Fantastic Four in there with it. Well, not only the Thing, but the rest of the guys. But this book is what I like to call an error book. Yep, I said it once again, an error book. Because you can look at these Marvels and you can pick up these errors every time and time again. And I don't know if the fad will ever go to books that have errors that that people will start going after. But this is one of the error books. And you want to know what the error in here is? It says in this book that the next issue in the very end that Iron Fist is going to appear. But the next book he didn't appear. He wasn't in issue number 9. He didn't appear next until Marvel 2-in-1 number 25. So they kind of told you a fib is what they did. But this is a nice action cover book. It's got, what is it, Silent Night, Deadly Night? I mean, look at all that fire and everything. Boy, that is just crazy, man. I love these titles. I wish they'd bring back the Marvel banner. Wait, I better save that for the Spinner Rack Rants. But I just love the way it looks up here, and they have the art up there too. They just don't have much of that no more. I really do miss the Marvel banner up top. I mean, do y'all miss the Marvel banner up top? I know I do. I wish it'd come back. So, and this book right here, and I don't really collect these books. I got a few of these books, but I might start picking these books up and everything. We got let me see. Let me go to the chat again. I'm still learning this stuff, guys. Y'all gotta give me a break. There we got Captain Comics says, I have that book with a Mark Jewelers in it. You know, I haven't opened it yet. There might be a Mark Jewelers in that book. I have not opened these books yet. They're still in the poly bags. I haven't transitioned them over yet and marked them down in my inventory. But anyway, we got there's Mr. Gretzky right there. I haven't seen, that's the Archie collector right there. He likes the Archies. He's got an awesome Archie collection. So if y'all need to go check him out. If he's showing some Archies from time to time on his channel, and yeah, he's a big Archie. We got Free Kilo, Louis. I always say Kilo. It's Louis. He was on the G spot, and I still get his name wrong. It's because I'm old, Louis. I'm sorry. It's because I'm old. It's because I'm old. It's because I'm old. And Captain says you can look at the top without opening. Well, let's just see if I can look at the top. My eyes ain't that good. No, I can't look at the top and tell. There's too much glare in the lights in here. I don't know. There's something in there. Yeah, I think I see something. I'll have to check this out later. Yeah, on this book. But anyway, get back to this book right here. I may start this because I kind of like the way they look. Two Gun Kid. That's right. Two Gun Kid, number 54, June 1960. Look at that. Big ass dadgum comic approval, comic code authority thing. Y'all remember when they was that big? I don't. I wasn't born when this came out, but I was born shortly after. But number 54, 1960. Cover on this. Got to looking at it, and this is drawn by Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers. Yep, this is a Jack Kirby cover. I'm trying to find a way to hold this where you can see the book. There you go. Jack Kirby. It was written by Stan Lee, and Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers did story 3 in here. Yep. They Stan Lee wrote all the stories, but Jack Kirby and Dick Ayers did story number 3. But this is a Jack Kirby, Dick Ayers. I think Jack Kirby penciled the book, and Dick Ayers was an inker, and he came in and he inked the book. Pretty awesome book. Pretty awesome book. I got it at a good price too. It was in the regular bins that, I think there was one. It had Two Gun Kid, and I pulled a little divider and looked in there, and there was the only book in there. So they only had one of them. So I may start going after these. It might be something that I want to pick up. And this book, believe it or not, I got quite a big run of these books, but I always held out for this book because I really never looked for it. But in the back of my mind, I knew I needed to hunt for it. And I stumbled across it, and I'm like, okay, I'll pick it up. Has a little bit of spine roll on it, but it doesn't have the ticks, because I spray all my books with flea and tick spray, and I get rid of all the fleas and ticks, so my books don't have ticks. Yeah, I put a tick collar in the long box, and it takes care of the ticks. That's just a little hint from Mr. White Gloves, But Spider Super Stories number 1. This is an October 1974 book, and I'd always loved the cover of this book, and it's kind of in a different universe, he's in his own little thing, and that's why the cover on this was done by John Romita Sr. And this book in its own little universe is the first appearance of Aunt May and Flash Thompson in this series. So, and like I said, it's got a little bit of spine roll, but you know, I press comics, I dry clean comics, I do all my own and everything. I can take care of this, especially at the price I got it at. I said I can hop this book up, man. I just take it home and I do it myself and have a little time and everything. Save me some money on that. Not a big, huge key or anything, but it's nice to have a dadgum 1974 #1, don't you think? I think so too. By golly, let's go back to the chat. Okay, Louis says Customs gets it wrong too, bud. Okay, well, all right. Kirby is the king for. Yes, he is. Kirby is one of my favorite artists. He gone too soon, man. That's all you can say. Then we got Captain Two Gun Kid 77, first Black Panther. Yes, it is. Yes. And Louis says the electric company, you know, that's right, the electric company. And this is the first appearance of Easy Reader. If you can see down there in the bottom right there, Easy Reader. I used to watch these on Sesame Street years ago. You know, I love the little Spider-Man he come in there. It was real corny, but when you're a kid, you know, you got into stuff like that. And it was pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see something like that on Sesame Street. So let's get in my next book. Yeah. Like I said, Mr. White Gloves, we do not just buy the new comics. You're here to see older comics. What I pick up. And usually I already got them and I pick them up again. So that's happened. I'm trying to get better at that. But sometimes they just don't work out. This is a nice book right here. Got it at a great price, 15 cents. This right here is the Hulk 129, July 1970. And we got, of course, the cover art is done by Herb Trimpe. Herb Trimpe did a lot of the Hulk covers, man. And he penciled and inked the inside of this cover, too. He practically did the whole book except for write it, and I can't remember who wrote it. But, yeah, this book right here has got the, I guess you'd call it the reprint of the origin of the leader in it. Yes, the big guy with the tall green, sort of like the cone heads, but he was green. Yeah, the leader. But it's got the origin, and it was originally told in Tales to Astonish 62. Yeah. And so they just kind of reprinted it. And this has got a little error on it also. I think it does. Does it? No, this is the wrong book. I'm holding up the wrong book, 129. That's what I was sitting there looking at it. This is the one with the leader. Yes. All right. 129. My goodness. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm just getting old. Y'all bear with me and everything. I'm just getting old. But anyway, this one is the one with the origin of the leader and everything. And Herb Trimpe did the inks and everything. And Tales to Astonish 62 is what it reprints the origin from of the leader. And this one's got a tagline that was supposed to say, sort of like another error book. It was supposed to say, rises again. But if you look on there, it says, the glop, Rithus again. Rithus again. They screwed up. It's supposed to be rises again. This is another one of those error books I was telling you about. Yeah. And this was July 1970. Yeah. I don't know. I got to look at these books before I hold them up because. Okay. Now we get into 125, which is a March 1970 book. And like I said, Herb Trimpe did this book and he pencil and ink this book too. I mean, he was doing the whole daggum book. You talking about a workhorse, somebody that can sit there and do it all. You know, he just did it all. probably didn't write it though. You know, that's 125. I want to make sure it's got the Absorbing Man as the villain, and that's the guy that he's pretty powerful character. You know, I wish they'd bring him back and mock him up pretty daggum good, because he did a lot of Thor books. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, I think I showed a Thor book that the Absorbing Man ended up catching Thor's hammer. You know, and now everybody willy-nilly is picking it up. I mean, it used to, Thor's hammer, nobody could touch it. The Hulk could just, he was struggled and everything. Now they just got everybody. Captain America's picking it up. Vision's picking it up. I mean, everybody's picking it up. You know, I understand the worthiness, but it kind of takes back from it being a god's weapon, Thor's weapon. You know, it just, Spinner Rack Rants. I've got to save that. But anyway, this issue right here was featured, and a lot of y'all people, if y'all remember the little Viewmaster things, you put the little wheel in and you put your eyes on and you click and it shows pictures. This book was featured in a 1978 Viewmaster disc. The book was. You could read the book in the Viewmaster. I'd be kind of curious if somebody out there in the comic realm has that Viewmaster disc of this book in 1978. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. pretty daggum awesome, man. Pretty awesome. But yeah, we're gonna shift gears now. Yeah, we're gonna shift gears. We're gonna go into another character that a lot of people love. And my comics don't go in that big a depth. I don't have very many of these books, believe it or not. There was two runs that I just didn't hit on much, but one of the runs I got all the key books, but I like a ton of fillers. This group of books, I got some of the key books, but not the major first issues and everything, because when I was little, they were still expensive. Oh my goodness, they were expensive. I mean, they were out of this world. Thank you, Captain Comics. Yeah, they are great. They're great Hulk books. Yes, sir, Bob. They sure are. So this book right here is Fantastic Four. Beautiful cover. I mean, in great shape. Fantastic Four number 93, December 1969. Yeah, in the summer of 69. I better not say no more of that, because YouTube will kick me off, because I don't sing good at all. But this cover is done by the king himself, Jack Kirby. Yep, Jack Kirby. Jack Kirby did this. Stan Lee wrote it, and Jack Kirby did the pencils on the inside. That's something you just don't see much. People do the outside of the cover, then do the inside also. And the villain in it is the Skrulls. Yep. And if I'm not mistaken, no, I don't know if this is or not, but I mean, it's an Arena of Death. I mean, this is a cool book in nice shape. Beautiful book, man. It's something I love. I added to my collection. Like I said, my Fantastic Four, I like a lot of back issues to fill in the holes in them. And I think the earliest Fantastic Four book I got is number 10 or number 8, one of the two. I can't remember. It's been so long since I looked at them. And we got another Fantastic Four right here, Fantastic Four 101. And the cover is done by Jack Kirby and Joe Sennett. Yeah, and Jack does the penciling in this book, and Joe Sennett does the inking. And this book, it references, I guess in August 1970 at X-Men 101, the actors Woody Allen and Cassius Clay. We all know who Cassius Clay is. And Sammy Davis Jr. is mentioned in this book. So they probably had something going on that year that in the 1970 that really was worth mentioning in the book. So it was brought up. So anyway, that's who was mentioned. They're not drawn in the book or anything. They're just brought up and mentioned in little corny little sayings, and you know, you know, you know. So we're going to move on to Fantastic Four, and that was a beautiful book too. Oh, yeah, gotta have beautiful books. Mr. Wyglows, gotta. But I'm going to end it. These will go online when I get my shop built, and they'll all get pressed. I'm going to press every book I got, the old stuff, just so it's in better condition. We got Fantastic Four 114. Nice looking book right here, boy. Look at that. They got the Fantastic Rocket, I guess you'd call it. And guess he's Mr. Fantastic is trying to fly it while he's on the ground. That's not a wise idea and everything. Well, let's pause right there and go back to the chat and see what the chat has to say. We got Hydra Comics, White Glove City. White Glove City. Not much of a city. And Hydra says, the man with the most powerful books in the community. Most powerful? Well, I don't know about that. I just got books. I got more books than I know what to do with. My son's going to love it when I go to the great beyond. Or he's going to hate me, one of the two. That he's got to go in and sell these books and make an effort to get rid of them. I don't know. But anyway, this was, what was it, 114? Yeah, 114. The cover's done by John, I have a hard time saying this, Buscema and John Romita. That's who's doing the covers on this. And of course, Stan Lee's writing it. And the pencils is John Buscema. Yeah, I said that right. And the Watchers are the Watcher. One Watcher appears in this book, and we got the villain Overmind. So that Watcher likes to watch. That's kind of strange when you kind of think about he likes to watch. Oh, well, let's skip past that right quick. I do have 18 years and plus, on the thing. So disclaimer, if you're under 18, you need to get out of here. Go on. Skedaddle. How do you say it? Skagit. But Overmind is in here, and he is battling Fantastic Four, and the Watcher likes to watch. So he's just watching what things go on. Then we're going to get into, and this is one, I've got a full run. A lot of these are upgrades, or they're doubles that I'm buying because I can't stand to see comics suffer. Yeah. When I see a comic, and I don't know, I'm just kind of weird like that. I think it's suffering in that long box all alone, and, not being picked up and looked at. Of course, when it gets home, it gets put in another long box and everything. But I pamper and take care of it. We got a 15-cent book, Thor 170. Nice looking book there, man. That's look at the paws on this guy. Look at the big old sausage finger suction cup looking like things. I mean, that is crazy looking. I mean, that is Thermal Man. Yeah. Maybe I could pour my coffee in the top of his head and keep my coffee warm. It'd be Thermos Man. I don't know. Anyway, this is 170. Yeah. November 1969. This book is beautiful, beautiful copy of it too. The Invasion of the Thermal Man. Yeah. The Invasion of the Thermal Man. Thor in his little action pose and everything. The cover is done by John Romita, and the pencils on the inside of the book is done by Jack Kirby, and ink by Bill Everett. Of course, Stan Lee. Stan Lee wrote a lot of books, man. Does anybody know the exact number of books Stan Lee wrote? I mean, it would be just crazy to imagine, what the number of books Stan Lee wrote. I mean, could you imagine? I mean, we had to smoke a lot of weird stuff back in the day to get some of these stories too. I just, There for a while, you look like you did, but I don't know if you did or didn't. But I'm just saying. But this book right here, it has a sword in it that comes from Asgard. And they've always said that the swords from Asgard, the Asgardian steel, is enchanted. That means it can't be broke. Sort of like the Thor's hammer, when what's her name grabbed it in the movie and it broke and fell to pieces. Well, this sword was broken and it was shattered by hitting the thermal man. So it's proof that Asgardian steel is not enchanted. It can be broke. So I don't know if this is the first. Well, let's just go ahead and say it. This is the first time Asgardian steel got broke. Drive this book up. Everybody go get this book. Yeah, no. But, hey, that's not worse than what some people are saying, on some books, because it's the first person wearing two left shoes on a comic and it goes up $20. So why not? So let's go back to the chat. Man, we got a lot of stuff going on here, man. Man. Oh, where did I see? Mr. Gretzky, the earliest FF is 19. Cool. That's a cool book. Hydra, they demand respect. Yes. What's up? He sounds ungrateful. Put me in the will. No, he's very grateful. Hydra Comics, what's up? All right. Broski. Splasher my G. What? Splashery. All right. I don't know. You're freaking me out now. Don't freak me out. It's called OCD. Yeah, that's exactly what it's called. It's called OCD. Then let's go down through there. Knowledge. Where? There ain't no knowledge here. Crap. All my knowledge I forgot. You get older, you start to forget a bunch of crap and everything. I have to put a sticky note by the toilet that says flush. Yeah. Anyway, what do we got here? I'm going live at 10 p.m. Oh, cool. I will. I ain't got nothing to do at 10 o'clock. That's Central. So yeah, we got plenty of time. I'll head over there and I'll mess with you in the chat. How about that? So let's see. Hydra C was good, broski. Oh, all right. Okay. Then we got just a little podcast. Good evening, my friend. Good evening, my friend. Thank you for coming. I sure appreciate that. Y'all need to go over and check all these people out. I'm sure y'all are all subbed up to everybody because we've been around for a long time. If you ain't, I don't know what you're thinking. Oh my goodness, chat is going crazy. Heck yeah. Yes, that's exactly right. Just a little podcast. The title, all right, what to do? The title he wrote the most of the Millie and the models. Oh, really? I did not know that. Now that's somebody dropping knowledge right there. He dropping the knowledge. We got first appearance of what was this? First appearance of a frying pan. 2000. Yeah, exactly, Hydra. I mean, need to stop. We're gonna have Spinner Rack Rants coming up. I mean, we got more than just showing, but I still got books to show too. I am getting sidetracked. I tell Robert Galvin squirrel all the time. I get my hammer out and try to beat him with it to get him back on track. Then I go on doing the same thing. But let's take a break just to mention. Y'all need to go check out on Saturday nights at midnight, the Nerdy Collective, and see Robert Galvin and Jeff on there. Those two are doing a great job. Check them out. Then they got some goofy guy that's on there. I don't know who he is. He's just kind of free willy on there. He just does some weird things and such. But anyway, you need to go check them guys out. If you hadn't subbed them up, sub them up. If you hadn't subbed me up, which you have because you're here, sub me up. So let's get back on the track. I'm starting to lose track here. Okay. Here we got Thor, 15-cent book, number 176, May 1970. May 1970. And I'll catch up with the chat here in a minute. May 1970. And the cover is done by Jack Kirby. Yep. Then we got the pencils in the interior done by Jack Kirby. Of course, Stan Lee wrote it. And we got Surtur, that is the villain in this book, and Loki. And this book is sort of a tie-in. They took the story of the Ragnarok book and kind of interpreted some of this book into that movie. Because Loki is ruling Asgard, and it's kind of a tie-in with the movie because Surtur comes in there. So they took bits and pieces of a bunch of books and stories, and that's how they made that movie and everything. But you know, this is one of the books, and I don't know what it's worth. I have no idea. You know, I know I didn't pay that much for it. So, but anyway, that was Thor 176, 15 center and everything. Then we got Thor 180, When Gods Go Mad. Thor 180. This is a special book right here. Y'all people probably didn't know this. Y'all probably did. Y'all are comic book collectors like me. I probably knew it one time, but I forgot and I had to look it up. But I remember now. But if you wait a couple hours, I'm probably going to say, what's so special about this book? What's so special about this book? I tell you right now. Cover art done by Neil Adams. Neil Adams did this cover. It was written by Stan Lee, and the inside is penciled by Neil Adams. And we got Mephisto and Loki as the villains in this book. Mephisto. So we got a Mephisto that is drew by Neil Adams. And that is an awesome looking cover, man. This one was bought in Mylar, but it wasn't no more expensive than the cheapest ones over there, you know. But this has got a September 1970. This has got a page 1 in this book, and I'm not going to open it, so don't even ask. I told you, don't even ask. Yeah, Al Gore back there, my alien, has said he's going to ask. You need to be quiet. Ain't nobody talking to you. You're being punished because you acted out the other night. I tripped over you and stubbed my toe and it hurt. So you ain't going to be in a few videos. We'll move him back when he, behaves. But anyway, this book right here, page 1, is a homage that is, of course, the whole book is, to Jack Kirby from Neil Adams. Did y'all know that? Yep. This has got a homage to Jack Kirby from Neil Adams. This would be a great book to have Neil Adams sign. You see him everywhere. He's in every convention and everything. This book right here would be a great one to sign. And maybe even open the book and have him sign it on the bottom in ballpoint pen. That would be cool. Signing the homage to Jack Kirby. Just an idea. But he ain't signing my. Now he could sign the inside of my book, but he's not going to put a marker on the front. That just ain't going to happen. So we're going to move in. We're going to show just a little bit of new books, not too many, because there's only a few new books that I'm liking. I got the Immortal Hulk Flatline number 1. This is one of the variants, I guess. This is the other book. Right here. Picked them up this week. Hang on, gotta go back to chat. That's right, we gotta go back to chat. Oh my goodness, y'all are just tearing it up. Y'all going crazy. There. Talk about sidetrack. Gene Paul Ace Peter, how you doing, buddy? I am glad to see it. Does he wear white gloves? Yes, I do. Give me that Morbius back there. That Morbius, that's a reprint. I got the originals. They're put up. Yeah, I got 2 of the 101s. That's the facsimile copy. Let's see. Free Willy. Yeah, Free Willy. Yeah, I did a lot of that in high school. Does he wear white gloves? Yes, I wear white gloves. Give me that Morbius Inferno. I'm trying to work through these. Neil, yep, Neil Adams. That's right. A young Neil, yes. Did the background of the cover. I don't know what you're talking about. Lose. Yes, I'm losing my mind. Yes, if you're talking to me, yeah. He did 181 too. There you go. Some more knowledge getting dropped. That's cool. Yeah, I'm losing my ever loving freaking mind. I am. Oh, my new books. All right, let's go back to them. Thor number 12. And got the, I guess you call it A and B. Thor number 12. Both of these. I like the Thor books. I like the new Thor books. Then I'd pick this up, and I got it. I haven't read it or anything yet. I haven't been reading it. It says Planet of the Symbiotes, number 1. But I've got an unboxing. That's right. I've got a unboxing. I sure do. Didn't tell you that. Yeah, save my unboxing. Went to Wally World, which a lot of people call Walmart. And I picked up some of these Walmarts. And I've already pre-cut them, I think. Yeah. So we're going to open these because I've seen people have these and open them up. I don't know what's in them. I really never paid attention. So we're going to open these puppies up. This is Planet of the Symbiotes, number 1. So we're going to open these up. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. We're going to open up and see what I got in there. It's probably the same for everybody, and you probably already know what's in there, but that's what we're going to do. Planet of the Symbiotes, number 1. Pretty cool book. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Oh, my goodness. Really? Okay. This has got a book I already got. Oh, wow. Wow. Anyway, we got Luke Cage. I don't know. This is a hologram book right here. Hologram. It's full of holograms. Hologram book. I haven't seen this book. I'm sure a lot of y'all have, but this is pretty cool. It's Moon Knight. What's a Moon Knight? Wow, and it's in a good shape, man. Look at that. It come out of a bag and not a spine tick one on that book. It's got a hologram cover. Have y'all seen this before? Have I just been missing it? I mean, look at that sucker. Oh, wow. Even the back is hologram. I mean, it's weird looking. But have y'all look at that cover? Not a spine tick one that come in that bag. That is just crazy. I missed out on this book. This is a crazy looking book. Watch me end up messing it up because I ain't got my corn dog stick. That is a crazy looking book. I like that. I like that. So we got the next little that was a board that came in it. We got next little, it says Return of Valkyries, number 1. Let's see what's inside this book. Or bag thingy, dilly whopper thing. I'm glad I pre-opened these or cut them. Let's throw that over there. I'll trip over that and kill myself later. Of course, we got King in Black with the story Valkyrie number 1, which is cool. That's pretty cool. Well, the story of my life. Another Luke Cage, of course. I got to have 2 of them. I'm probably got another one back there. But, wow, check this out. X-Men 10, 13, whatever. That's a crazy looking cover. I've never seen that cover, too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, lenticular. I say hologram. It's lenticular. Yes. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. I get confused. I'm freaking old. I'm freaking old. Get these backboards out of the way. Everything that came with it. So that was my Walmart packs. Now we're going to get y'all involved because it's time for Spinner Rack Rants. That's right. I'll have a video made of that sometime or another when I figure out how to do it. This is the portion of the show that I rant and ask y'all questions, what y'all think. You know, hopefully y'all stick around to answer my questions. So what I'm going to be talking about today is a question I'd like to ask y'all guys out there. Would you give up the paper inside your comics right now, the slick covers and everything, the slick paper, if you was able to save $2 and go back to the newspaper print? If they say, hey, we're going to go back to the newspaper print, but we're going to cut the price by $2. The covers will stay the same and everything. We're just going to cut the price by $2 an issue and go back to the newspaper print. Would you be okay with that if Marvel did that? So let me know in the chat if y'all would be okay with that. Going back to the newspaper print. Now, there's some drawbacks by going back to the newspaper print. You got to look at it this way. The newspaper print, if it's not climatized or kept at a certain condition, you can get browning and yellowing, and it can break down a little faster and such if not properly taken care of. That's a drawback going back to the newspaper print. And plus, it just doesn't look as exciting as the stuff does now, you know. But do we know about the ink on these slick finishes, the ink and everything, how it's going to hold up over the years? Or are they going to, you know, stick together if you store them in a long box for 40 years? Of course, I'll be dead by then. But I've got the pulp paper newspaper print that's been in boxes for over 40 years. No problem at all. No problem whatsoever. So what is this ink going to look like in 40 years of this slick paper? You know, is it going to hold up? And I know when you read them, if you don't wear gloves or people say they wash their hands, but your hands are always putting out oils. I mean, you can wash your hands and 2 minutes later, your body's natural reaction is, you washed everything off of it, I got to start protruding oil out my skin again. And that oil will mix with that and it'll smear the ink. You got to be real careful about smearing the ink when you're holding the book. Of course, I got a whole different way how I do it. Plus I use my gloves. So it's kind of a give a little, take a little there. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? So let me know out there what y'all guys think in the comments. And I think that I would personally, I like to see it go back to the newspaper prints. Hey, Gene, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Good guy. Old school comics. Hashtag get sticky. Oh my goodness. Elbow cough. But I would like them to go back to the old newspaper print. I'd like to see that again. I mean, save $2. The way I look at it is a lot of this art on the inside of these new books, there's a lot of it that's crap. The covers are great, but the inside drawings of a lot of it is crap. So if I can save $2 and go back to and let that crap drawing be on that newspaper print, I would be okay with that. Yeah. You know, I know that we had just got through going through some books where a lot of people did the covers and they also did the interiors. If that would happen a lot more, I mean, wow, that would be awesome. But now we got so many people there being superstars by just drawing covers. They don't draw the interior as much as you'd like to see them do. Of course, later years in Jack Kirby's life, he did a lot of the covers and not so much interiors, but he's getting old, and he had certain series of books that he was working on that he did the interiors and the covers, but they put him out to draw all these other covers and such. I mean, the guy worked his hands to the bone, dude. I mean, it's crazy. It's totally crazy the stuff they put Jack Kirby through. I mean, wow. But we got that out of the way. My Spinner Rack rant. Let me know in the comments. Comment down below and let me know what side you on. If you'd like to see $2 less for the old newspaper print, or keep things the same and see what happens in 40 years with these inks and these slick paper inside and everything. Time will tell, one of the two. We know what the newspaper print will do, but do we really know in 40, 50 years what this others is going to do? Don't know. May have to store them in a different humidity and temperature. May have to do it. Behind me, it's called POW. That's right. Sorry if you had headphones on. POW! Poster of the week. Right behind me is covered up. It's the poster of the week, my friends. That's right. I went into my archives and I just didn't even look. Just yanked it out and said, yep, that's the one I'm showing. And I got it right up here behind me. I collect posters. I get the what they call the advertisement posters from comic shops. I order posters and I've been collecting them for a long time. And back behind me is the poster of the week. Are we ready to unveil the poster of the week? Well, of course we are. You've probably been waiting this whole damn show just to see me do the dadgum poster of the week. A lot of people are just going to probably tune in right now just to see the poster of the week. So let's get to the poster of the week. Let me roll this chair back out of the way. Okay. Get this out of the way. This chair, I hate this chair. This is the poster of the week. Are we ready? The poster of the week this week is going to be Spider-Man. This is 2019 Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man right there. Beautiful, beautiful draw poster by Jim Bartel. Yeah. Anyway, this beautiful art was designed and drawn by him. And, I mean, look at that explosion. And you got Spidey. Of course, he didn't do all the McFarlane. He did kind of some of it, but not all of it. We should have had stuff coming off everywhere and little strands. But he did a great job. Great job. That's the poster of this week. The poster of this week, which is what we call POW! Poster of the week. Somebody told me that to go POW! Poster of the week. I'm old. I forgot. Somebody in the chat told me that a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, that's my video. Guys, I tell you, you've got to hit that notification because I know there's a lot of stuff going on in YouTube and there's a lot of other channels that are just flooding the market and everything, or the airwaves. And if you hit that notification, it'll come back up, and that way you can watch me on rewind. It's important to hit that, man. You don't want to mess with Mr. White Gloves, and you never know what I'm going to do. I do some weird shit. Oh, I said the S word. I'm sorry. I do some weird stuff. I do some weird stuff from time to time, and there's going to be some weird stuff done time to time. So hit that notification. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that thumbs up, and you'll make Mr. White Gloves happy. And you need to go over and subscribe to Robert's channel, The Nerdy Collected. They got a weird guy that's on there that kind of goes crazy from time to time. And all my friends out there in YouTube land, I appreciate it. Y'all are cool. Y'all are all cool. Y'all are all cool. And love y'all all. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many out there. I can't name them all. But guys, I appreciate you showing up. Thanks for watching my show. Come back next Thursday, and we'll have another Mystery Comic Thursday. And I may have some weird. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I'll save it for next week. I got something that I bought that I did not show, and I forgot all about. Dadgummit, gee whiz. It's in the other room, and I ain't going to go get it. I'm going to save it for next Thursday, and I'm going to show it. It's not a comic book, and I bought it, and I'm going to show it to you because I collect these also, and it's the first one of these that I've ever bought. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but, oh, wow. When you see it, it's cool. It's cool. So with that, guys, I sure appreciate your time. Y'all subscribe. Y'all go over and spread the love with everybody. And with that, Mr. White Gloves is going to say, I'm out of here. Hang on. I got to hit this button. And I got to hit it again. I think. What did I do? I'm hitting something wrong. Oh, yeah. Finally figured out how to put that up now at the end of the show. That was a good thing, wasn't it? Huh. Okay. Well, so we'll look. I'll show you where you're from.